Ever wonder why money feels like pizza at a family gathering? The top 1% are sitting at the buffet with 10 boxes while the rest of us are fighting over a single slice of crust someone already licked. Here's the kicker. The 1% don't have the pizza because they worked 700 times harder than you. Jeff Bezos didn't dig 700 more ditches, and Elon Musk isn't running around delivering Uber Eats in his spare time. Nope, they're playing a completely different game, one that most people don't even know exists. And no, I'm not going to reveal their secret in the next 10 seconds, because if I did, you'd click away faster than Warren Buffett running from a TikTok dance challenge. Stick around. By the end, you'll see exactly how the rich keep the pie and how you can at least steal a slice. So here's the scene. While billionaires are arguing about who gets to colonize Mars, you're sitting at home arguing with your Wi-Fi router, they're buying super yachts longer than your neighborhood, and you're wondering if you can afford extra guac at Chipotle. The wealth gap isn't just big, it's cartoonishly absurd. It's like comparing Godzilla to a garden lizard. But here's the secret sauce. The 1% don't stumble into wealth by accident. They use strategies, systems, and psychological hacks that most people will never learn because, well, schools teach you how to solve for X, not how to solve for financial freedom. And no, I'm not handing you the magic formula yet. That would be too easy. We're going to peel this onion layer by layer, and yes, it might make you cry, but in a good way. Of the obvious lies we believe. Let's start with the bedtime story society tucks you in with. Lie number 1, hard work makes you rich. Oh, really? If that were true, construction workers would own private islands, and your mom would be sipping champagne on a beach right now. Hard work builds character, sure, but wealth, not so much. Lie number 2, education is the golden ticket. Tell that to the guy with $200K in student loans and a master's degree in 18th century pottery appreciation. Meanwhile, the dropout down the street is inventing an app that makes more in a week than you will in a lifetime. Lie number 3, just save your money. Right, because putting $5 in your savings account at 0.01% interest while inflation eats it alive is definitely going to turn you into Scrooge McDuck. Spoiler, it won't. You'll just end up with a piggy bank full of sad, shrinking dollars. These lies are designed to keep you in the hamster wheel, running, sweating, but never actually moving closer to the cheese. And while you're running, guess who's collecting the rent on the wheel? Yup, the 1%. The game they play. Here's where it gets juicy. The 1% aren't playing the same game as you. You're over here playing checkers, they're playing Monopoly with cheat codes. Take housing, for example. You rent, they own. You hand over your paycheck each month, they sip their wine and smile. Congratulations. You're financing their kid's college fund while stressing about your own bills. You trade your time for money, they trade money for more money. While you're clocking in for overtime, their investments are pulling an all-nighter making cash while they sleep. You save for retirement like it's some kind of grand finale. They retire 3 times before lunch and call it a business exit. And here's the punchline. The system isn't broken. It's working perfectly, just not for you. But don't lose hope, because the deeper we go, the more you'll see how this game works and how you can stop being a pawn and start sneaking your way onto the other side of the board. The 3 dirty secrets of the 1%. All right, now let's rip the velvet curtain off and peek behind the wizard's throne. These aren't polite little wealth tips. Nope, these are the 3 dirty secrets of the 1%. Secret number 1, they leverage everything. You're busy doing everything yourself. Laundry, bills, babysitting, even fixing that wobbly chair. The wealthy, they treat delegation like a religion. They leverage people, money, systems. You trade your hours for dollars, they trade dollars for other people's hours. You build IKEA furniture with an Allen wrench, they buy the company that makes the Allen wrench. Secret number 2, taxes are optional for them. Look, you and I pay taxes. We can't even escape the sales tax on gum. Meanwhile, billionaires are running their wealth through loopholes bigger than Elon Musk's ego. You file a W-2, they file a "my yacht is technically a business expense because I thought about work while drinking champagne." Guess who wins? Secret number 3, money buys influence. Here's the spiciest one. You get 1 vote every few years. They vote every single day with their checkbooks. They don't just play the game, they write the rules of the game. Why do laws seem to magically favor big corporations? Because lobbyists and billionaires are basically the VIP club DJs controlling the playlist. Meanwhile, you're stuck outside banging on the glass. Now, before you throw your hands up and declare the system rigged, hold on, because here's the part they don't want you to know. You can steal pieces of their playbook without being a billionaire. What you can actually do. Here's the fun part. Let's turn this from a depressing roast of capitalism into something useful. No, I'm not telling you to buy a rocket ship or lobby Congress, but there are moves you can make. Step 1, start investing, even tiny amounts. Yeah, you've heard it before, but here's the kicker. Most people wait until they have enough money to invest. Spoiler, you'll never feel like you have enough. Start with $5, start with pocket lint, whatever. The point is to get your money working so it's not just sitting in your bank account getting eaten alive by inflation like it's a buffet. Step 2, stop only consuming, start owning. You don't just buy Nike shoes, you buy Nike stock. You don't just binge Netflix, you buy a piece of Netflix. Imagine actually making money while you binge your favorite shows. Suddenly, Netflix and chill becomes Netflix and Bill. Step 3, play the long game. The 1% aren't thinking about Friday night. They're thinking 5, 10, 20 years down the road. While you're worried about the next paycheck, they're plotting for the next generation. And that's the mental shift. Stop thinking weeks ahead. Start thinking decades. Step 4, build skills and networks. The 1% don't just hoard cash, they hoard people, connections, relationships, skills. Why? Because those are the engines that generate money. Think of it this way, money can vanish. Skills and networks, that's wealth insurance. Step 5, learn to leverage like they do. This one's underrated. You don't need to hire a butler and a chef, but you can automate, delegate, outsource. Free up your time to focus on things that multiply your income, not things that drain your energy. See? You don't need to storm Wall Street with a pitchfork. You just need to quietly play their game. Piece by piece. The final twist. All right, you've been patient, you've laughed, you've probably cried into your wallet. Here's the big reveal. The real secret isn't just money. It's mindset and rules. The 1% don't make more money because they're smarter or better looking or have shinier foreheads. They win because they think in systems, play long-term, and follow rules you were never taught. They're not asking, how can I make $1,000 this week? They're asking, how can I make $1,000 a week forever without lifting a finger? That's the twist. The game isn't about working harder. It's about setting up the game so that wealth comes to you while you're literally doing nothing. While you're binging TikTok, they're binging compound interest. While you're playing checkers, they're moving queens and rooks and chess. And now, nothing is stopping you from learning the same rules. Except maybe your Wi-Fi bill. So here's your choice. Keep living on instant noodles while billionaires eat steak on Mars, or start applying the rules little by little until you're playing their game too. And if you want to keep learning how to hijack billionaire secrets without needing a billion-dollar trust fund, smash that subscribe button, because the next video, it's going to expose tricks that make this one look like child's play. Now go, stop scrolling TikTok and start scrolling your brokerage app.